And I love school. That is, except for my school. You see, you guys are probably all just like, oh, Spider-Car, you have no idea what it's like. You've only been to one school. Like, you have no idea what it's like. Everyone hates the school they go to. No, shut up. I've been to 3 different schools, 2 of which I loved, and the one that I'm going to right now, I hate. So let's just talk about those really quick.
Don't know much biology.
My preschool? Oh, we did nothing. All we did was play with whipped cream and popsicle sticks. Literally, like the teacher would pour whipped cream on our desks. I would just get my popsicle stick and stab it or something.
Don't know much about a science book.
My old school? Oh, my old school was amazing. The teachers were awesome and the kids were crap. For example, we had a kid who was known for theft. And not the occasional, oh, stole a gummy worm. This is like stealing jewelry. I'm not even exaggerating. He stole jewelry. And we had another girl in our class who had a reputation for taking her shoes and socks off in class and sucking on her toes. I swear, one time we were learning mathematics and all we could hear was, it got annoying fast. And another thing about my old school, the recess was amazing, but lunch was horrible. For example, they poured orange juice in a bowl, put dry teriyaki chicken on top of that, and called it orange chicken. Literally, they called it orange chicken. And somehow, despite all the orange juice in the bowl, the chicken still stayed dry. It was horrible.
Don't know much about the French I took.
Okay, so at my current school, things are exactly the opposite. The kids are fine, but the teachers are ridiculous. Like, we had a teacher who bullies kids. And I'm not like, oh, teasing. He actually tells kids they suck at science and then yells at kids for, like, having a wrong note in music class or whatever. And then when he comes after class to you, you expect him to say, like, oh, sorry for being so harsh on you. No, he says, hey, I'm a really nice guy. You're just too sensitive. I'm not even joking. That's an actual example. Like, what? And before we get on to this next one, let's just talk about the punishments at my school. So there are ranges of punishments. So the worst one is getting expelled or suspended. The second one is like going to the principal's office and having to talk to her. And the third one is getting a pink slip. Getting a pink slip is the third worst punishment at my school. And this teacher gave me a pink slip for knocking over my water bottle. It spilled on me, and she's just like, oh no, pink slip. Oh my gosh, what were you doing playing around with your water bottle? And then my friend over at DerpTeev tried to help me, and he got pink slipped as well. Like, what? What's going on here? What you doing that for, teacher? Lunch is good, and recess is terrible. We literally have concrete with little slits of plastic on it that are green, and they call it grass. I'm not even exaggerating. They actually have little slivers of green plastic that they call grass, and it'll cut you if you land on it hard enough. Like, what? What are you trying to do? Now you guys are like saying, oh, there's millions of games to play with, like, just concrete and fake grass that you can fall over. But we get bored of running around the air all the time. The education is good, but the quality is okay, meh. Like, the education is fine. Like, we're one of the top schools in the nation. And the quality is okay. Like, it's not like we're having things breaking down all the... Oh, for Fred's sake!
Don't know much about geography.
Here's another thing that always puzzled me. The gossip! Gossip is basically just telling secrets to your friends about other people. And that's dumb. It's like, oh my gosh, that guy is so skinny. We should call him Scrawny. Or, oh my gosh, that girl is so ugly. We should call her the Wicked Witch of the West. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. These are actual examples that happened at my school just last year. It's incredible. And here's another thing that puzzled me.
Don't know much trigonometry.
The snitching. Like, not snitching to the teacher, snitching about kids to other kids. Like, that gets annoying. For example, I have a friend named Aurora, and she has the nerve to look me in the eye and say, Marla thinks you're creepy. What? How? This is what bothers me. Normally, I wouldn't be too bugged by the fact that someone called me creepy. But when she says, Mila called you creepy, it's the only thing that the snitchers want to talk about. Just hypocritical stuff. Hypocritical statements, that is. Just, Mila thinks you're creepy. Now, like I said, I wouldn't be too bothered by this, but this is a girl who collects a family of rocks and cuts off the heads of animal toys that she can find for her free time. I am serious. What's she doing calling me creepy for? She says you stare at her all the time. Well, maybe I look at her once in a while, but that's not enough to call me creepy. Creepy is like saying, I'm gonna stalk you, or like wide eye just smiling at them with your fingers tapping. Like, that is called creepy. And another thing that's confusing about schools is not the schools themselves, but some of the stuff they teach.
Don't know much about algebra.
Like, why do we have the letter Y? Teachers will always tell you that the letter Y makes a Y sound, which is a lie. Since when have you ever heard the letter Y being used in a word when it makes the Y sound? It only makes the sound E or I. So, what? That's like saying that. So it's like So in a sentence, you would say, he knows how to fly. That's taking the sound I. But do you know what letter also makes the I sound? The letter I. And in another sentence, like in the word, we are young, that is being used as an E. And do you know what other letter makes the E sound?
You guessing?
The letter E.
You's right.
Like, what are you doing, Y? You plagiarizing, miserable old piece of...
Don't know what a sliding rule is for.
And another thing, the letter X. Why do we have it? It's just the exact sounds that K and S would make together. That's like they just got two letters, put them together, and made a whole new letter out of it. If that's a new rule, then I'm going to get the letters B and N to make a new letter. Bun. Bun. It's going to be the 27th letter of the alphabet. Bun. Bun. Like, he is bun. Or, he is so bunful. Like, oh, that game was so bun. Like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. They just needed 26 letters. So they added an X. Except for when it's being used, when it's not, when it's being used using the sound that it's not supposed to make. Irregular ways. Like in the word xylophone. What are you doing, X? What are you doing stealing Z's space? Like, what? This is horrible for teachers to be teaching their kids the letter X, because that's the only word that makes the sound Z. Like, what? What are you doing, X? That's so mean. Anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about. See you later.